BookTube! My name is Faye and you're watching Mystery Date with a Book. Okay, today we're going to talk about something that will combine my BookTube channel, so books, and my teacher training. So I'm going to talk about children's books. Now, when I say children's books, I don't mean like fiction books, like, middle grade books or, big chapter books. I don't mean anything like that. What I mean is books that you read to your children in a classroom or, even at home, but for really young children, I would say. Because I'm in a class right now where they are 5 turning 6. Most of them are still 5, so 5 or 6. And they love these books. So let me just go through some of them. Now, I'm going to go first with this one. Elephant Learns to Share. A book about sharing by Sue Graves and Trevor Dunton. I'm terrible with names. Nothing has changed. Let's carry on. Right, so this is a book about sharing, obviously. It is aimed at very young children. I'd say this is good for, I want to say, 5 to 7, maybe 8-year-olds, maybe even. There's a lot of writing, so you'd have to read it with them. But it's a lovely story. I actually got this as a recommendation by Dom from Primary Teaching with Dom. I'm sure you've checked out his channel already. He seems to be a wonderful teacher, and yeah, I got this as a recommendation on his channel, and I have to say I really, really, really enjoy this book. Haven't read this to my children yet, but I have a feeling they're really going to enjoy this one. Yeah, looking forward to this. Next book is The Cave by Rob Hodgson. Now, this is a little something that I picked up at Waterstones. It's such a fun little book. It's about this, let me show you. It's about this animal who lives in a cave. And he doesn't ever come out. But the wolf wants him to come out because he thinks he's easy prey, If something is that scared of coming out of his cave, then he must be an easy prey. He must be something that the wolf can just gobble up. Now, I'm not going to spoil the ending for you. You're going to have to go and read it yourself. It's a really good book. It's fun. It's surprising, and the children really do love this. They really enjoy the story. Yeah, it's just a fun read, really. There's no moral or, life lesson, I think. Well, yes, you could say don't make assumptions about people you don't know. That could be a life lesson that you get from this book. Okay, now the next one. It follows a bit of a Halloween theme, but it's very child-friendly. It is I Want to Be in a Scary Story. Okay, now this is by Sean Taylor and illustrated by Jean Julian. This is really fun. It's about a little monster. It's like a baby monster, and he wants to be in a scary story, but he is scared of most things. So he wants to be part of the fun, but at the same time he's terrified of, most scary things. So it's a fun one. It's a good one. So yeah, you see him going through the story and talking to the narrator. So he's talking to the person who's reading the book, I guess you could say. It's just a really, really fun book. I would say this is aimed at really young children. I'd say 4 to 6-year-olds. I think it's a little bit too young for 7 or 8-year-olds. But you could try, every child develops at a different rate. You could have a 7 or 8-year-old who really enjoys this. I mean, I'm not a child. I'm a full-on grown woman, and I really enjoy this. So yeah, it's a really fun story and perfect for Halloween time. So I know it's a little bit late for Halloween, but we have Halloween every year. You can always pick this up for next year. I really do recommend it. Now the next one. This one is for, I want to say by older children, children who use technology too much. So let's say like 7 to 10, 11-year-olds. So like the upper classes of primary school or elementary school. And this is Dot by Randy Zuckerberg. You might recognize this surname. She is the sister of the guy who created Facebook. So I can't remember his name now. It's not Frank. Mark? Matt? Something with M, isn't it? Anyway, the guy from Facebook. So that's his sister. She came up with a book for children and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's about Dot. There's a little girl who is obsessed with technology. All she does is play on her phone or her tablet or her computer, and her friends, I think it's her friends, they make her see that life on the outside world could be just as fun. You know, it's a brilliant book. It is brilliant. It's so cute. And it's, you know, relevant. How many children do you know that are obsessed with technology? You know, I know 4 or 5-year-olds who are always on their phone. Like, a 5-year-old should not have a phone, people. No. But that's a whole different story. Anyway, right, the last book I want to talk to you about is Dangerous by Tim Warnes. Now, this is a book that we're using with our children. Well, I'm using with my classroom right now. And we're talking about labels and captions and things like that. So this is perfect. This is a book. It comes with lots of stickers, but that's not it. The book is about a lumpy bumpy thing, which is a crocodile, but we don't call it a crocodile, we just call it a lumpy bumpy thing, because we're trying to describe things. Okay, so Mo, right there, he likes to label things. So he labels everything, and one day this lumpy bumpy thing wakes up and he's covered in labels and he doesn't like that. So yeah, it's a really cute story. At the end, everything is fine, they become friends, it's not a scary story. So it makes children think about descriptions and labels and captions and adjectives, things like that. It just, you know, it enriches their vocabulary. Let's put it that way, if you want to make it posh. So yes, this is a really good book. We're working on this right now, and the children love it. If you're working with very young children and you want to introduce the topic of non-fiction or labels or captions, anything like that, I would recommend this book because it's really good. Really good. So yes, these are the five? These are the 5 books that I highly recommend if you have young children, if you have nieces and nephews or cousins or brothers and sisters, you know, anything like that. Or if you're a teacher and you're looking for a new non-fiction book for your class, I really do recommend these 5. They're really, really good. I think out of these 5, Dot is probably my favorite. It's just very relevant. Children understand it. They can relate to the character, and it's just a really cute story. And I love the dog. If there's a dog, there's a bonus point right there for me. So, you know. So, I think this one's my favorite so far. So, yeah, that's it for today. Just wanted to give you a few recommendations, and that's it. If you're new here, you can subscribe to my channel if you want to. If you're not new here, hey, welcome back to my channel, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Goodbye.